Hello everyone, Linda Israel here, and I am sharing a project with you that's part of a Canvas Corp Brands blog hop. And what we're doing is we've got several artists that want you to hop from one blog to the next, and this is the project that I've chosen. We're to use 75% Canvas Corp Brands products, so that means they're paper from Canvas Corp Brands, the Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist from Tattered Angels, and other items. So let me show you what I've got here. I've got a little journal here that I have made some pages for, and I thought I would show you how to do a very simple pamphlet binding stitch in a journal so that you can make your own. So think of it this way. You take a group of papers, that's a signature, and fold them in half, and then attach it to a cover. So I've got a cardstock cover here, and here are my pages. I've got them all lined up because they're the same height, so it's easy to bunch these together. I'm going to put it in the dead center of my journal cover, and then you can use binder clips or giant paper clips to hold this together. There's lots of techniques out there that people use to keep the pages from shifting on them while you're punching your holes and sewing it together. I am using my desktop, so I'm going to use a little piece of fun foam, and then I've got the Tim Holtz Tonic Studio craft pick. And here's what we're going to do is I made a template, and on my template I've marked 3 holes that I need to make. They're dead center and about 1.5 inches from the top and 1.5 inches from the bottom. And so what I'll do is I'll lay this template inside my journal, and then I'll V the journal. So it's at a V, and you hold it at a V, and then take your awl, and I like this awl because it's the same size as my needle, and I'll poke a hole in that V all the way through all the layers to the cover. And I'll do this here, and then again here. So now I've got 3 holes punched, and what I like about this craft pick, you can close it and then you don't stab yourself. Trust me, I've done it. Next, I've got some waxed linen thread. I like waxed linen thread for binding journals because it's strong. It doesn't split apart, and it's just easy to use, and you get a huge spool for very little money. And I offer these needles in my shop because they're a heavy-duty needle. So I'm pushing on this really hard. I don't know if you can see the indentation that it's making, and it's not bending the needle. So we're going to thread this up. Oh wait, let's do this. We're going to do 3 lengths. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3, and I'll snip it from the spool, and then we're going to thread up the needle. We're going to start in the center of the journal in this first hole inside, and we're going to pull it through to the outside, but we want to make sure we don't pull it where this tail comes out. And then we're going to go to this top hole up here and poke through to the inside. Okay, and then hanging on to this tail and pulling it towards the top, I'm going to go back through the center hole again and pull this through. So now we're on the outside, and I'm going to go down to this bottom hole on the outside and back through to the inside. So here's the needle poking up through the inside. I'll take my needle and I'll slip it underneath this top stitch that's here, and then I'm going to pull. I want to make sure that this is tight here and here, and I want to make sure it's tight on the outside. Otherwise, if it's not tight enough, your journal will wobble, and you don't want it to wobble. So next, I'm going to take these 2 strings and tie what's called a square knot or a surgeon's knot. Basically, you just tie it once, and then you tie it again. You can choose to leave the strings long. Maybe you want to dangle charms or die-cut shapes on there. I'm going to leave a little bit long in case whoever gets this journal wants to add something to it. And then remove your paper clips. That's it. That's a bound journal. Very simple. So I created this journal with a little tie using some fabrics. Let me tie it in a bow so you can see it. All right. So the front cover is Canvas Corp Brands paper. It's one of their new paper lines that came out in January. And I'll have a link to all the products that I use in my description box. So I don't know all the names of them. I always have to look them up. But this is Canvas Corp Brands here. And then I attached a napkin. I was given a napkin by one of my followers, and I attached it to a Bible page. Then I painted over the top of it because I wanted some glitter on it, and I used Glam Chandelier. It has lots of glitter in it, and I just painted it over the top of the napkin, and it gives a really beautiful texture and color. I also added glam to this leaf that I dried in my microwave, according to Google how to do that. And then I've stamped a little saying onto a scrap. I sprayed a piece of lace with some Tattered Angels to give it the color I want. Otherwise, it was just an ivory colored lace, and I decided that I would want a piece that matched my work. This is what it looked like before I sprayed it. Here is a little tag, and this is printed canvas from Canvas Corp Brands, and I made a little pocket. Here I just made a little tag. I stamped this on top of a page, and then I colored it in with Tattered Angels so I could get that beautiful color of falls, and that fits here. I had enough room for another tag, and this was left over from another project. So this tag is from Calico Collage, and I just sewed around it and used the ivory cardstock from Canvas Corp Brands. And like I said, this was tied shut. This journal measures about 8 1/4 tall by 6 inches wide. And then on the inside, I have made a stencil myself, and I sprayed Tattered Angels through the stencil, and then I stamped on top. And then here I've got a few little journal cards from Canvas Corp Brands and 7 Gypsies papers. The pocket on this page is made from some mixed media pages that I made. So if you look for my mixed media pages, you'll see how I made these pages. And then I used another one of the stamps on top of the paper and a little bit of burlap from Canvas Corp Brands. This page is from the new lines as well, and it's on a really heavy watercolor cardstock. So it's really pretty because on the back side, if you wanted to doodle or if you wanted to draw on this side, you could. I've stamped it again. Here is just a page out of a composition notebook that I've sprayed with Tattered Angels. This is a graph paper that I've sprayed. Another little pocket with some journal cards inside of it. So there's lots of space to write in this journal. More, and I stamped here, more stamping. Another one of the Tattered Angels cardstock watercolor papers, so you could watercolor on this page. Another of the, this is a Moppet page that I had in my spray box. Here's a page out of a dictionary, and I just had a scrap of this paper that I was trimming off, so I sprayed it with Tattered Angels through a stencil and then sewed it down and then stamped over the top of it. And then here I had strips of the mixed media papers left, so I just made some pockets and just stamped up here. More of that. So it's just, you know, a fun little journal to be able to write maybe some fall and autumn ideas in. And I haven't even counted how many pages it has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 pages in here. So 4 times 9 is 18 and 18 and 36 pages that are in here. So that is my project for the Canvas Corp Brands blog hop. I do hope you'll go to my blog where you'll see the links to all the other blogs that are also in this blog hop. Well, if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Share this video on my blog with your friends so others can find me and be inspired and try new things. Of course, I try to have a video on every Saturday, and I also do live videos on usually on Mondays around 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. I won't be doing one this Monday coming up because I'll be on vacation, but after that, I'll do some more. So hopefully you subscribe, hit that notification bell that's at the top so you get notifications. Thanks so much for watching. Again, check the description box for links to my social media as well as my Facebook groups. And of course, visit Canvas Corp Brands because they have some yummy products. Thanks for watching. Bye.